Alright, guys, I'm Bradu, and we are back at it with Terra Invictus. Um, Couple things, I just did some house cleaning as I was trying to figure out. So, Thain is, I'm going to switch which temple he was at. Edina makes the most sense, the Temple of Edina, because it is a lawful, not a chaotic temple. Um, we bought riding horses, and I also am going to say we bought a canoe. That's another thing I meant to get. So Thane takes off on his vision quest. The rest of us are going to go, I think, around this way. For the life of me, I can't remember why I'm going back up to Makuza, but I am. So 3714 is where we want to go if we can navigate. Oh, one more thing. One more thing before we leave the town we're in, Arazade, Arazidi. We want Nura to see if she can talk to this NPC. 18, definitely. Elon Salazar is a former Marine that served in the Murado Navy on a large ship. He survived a run through the Portent. He can provide navigational information on the southern passages. Speaking with him at length, so I'm going to say that 18 means Nura is able to speak with him at length, grants advantage on all navigation checks in Graveline Bay, the Portent Straits of Kalabak, and the coastline of Norvain. So I think that means all of this stuff down here. In the water, we will be able to get advantage navigating. So we bought a canoe. I like that. I know why we did it. And let's do some traveling without Thain. 3714. Navigation. Well, we're leaving the town. I feel like I shouldn't have to navigate out of the town, but whatever. So we get lost. We don't go to 3714. That's really funny. So if we're leaving Arazade, I'm going to say uh, we're going toward the south. We've already been to the three hexes on the north, so I think we can only get lost going toward the south. So I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 8, 1, 4. Ugh, that's kind of yucky, but that's okay. It just means we take one extra hex. It's not where we thought we were going, so we will mark that we're there. 3814. We are going further south than I meant to, that's for sure. Let's find out what we see down there. We're going to do, this is a brand new hex, so even though we're on horses, we're going to treat it like we have to go kind of slow through here because we haven't been here. We do have a random encounter. Let's read the weather first. Strong morning wind. So we're leaving out. We're leaving on the morning. Strong morning wind from the north. Dark skies most of the day. No rain. Goraya's foothills. Difficult terrain. Okay, so I think with the horses we could do difficult quickly, but like I said, I don't think we're going to try to travel through this quickly, so we'll just treat it normal for now. Hill country, wooden palisade forts on prominent hilltops. The forts appear to be large, considering the relative peace and order in the region. And there's a big question mark thing, and there's only random encounters are supposed to be relatively safe, so let's find out. We have a 3 again. Oh no. Con versus DC 15 or fall asleep. Oh my goodness. Okay, hazard, sleep flowers. So we're walking. We think we're in a safe place, but there's flowers up on outside of the path. Con versus DC 15. Should that be the whole group? Let's check. Is it the whole group? I'm just going 50-50. No. I'm going to reword it because I like for the high to be the more favorable result. So I'm going to say, is it just one person? And the under 10 is going to be it's the whole group. It is just one person. Which person is it? It could be any of the 6. So I'm going to roll this d6 this time. It is going to be, who is that? Nura. She does not have a high con, so she has a con 15. 18! She made it, unless she's got a really, really bad con. Nope, she's neutral. So, she because she is a ranger, she was able to identify them. And not only that, sleep flowers, can she use that as an herb? I'm going to make that a check for her, an herbalism check. I want that to become the number 12 DC. So I'm going to give her a 12, a DC 12 intelligence, so she needs to roll 11 or higher, means she can take that and that can become an herb for her. Oh, shoot. I like that idea too. But she's not quite able to do that. Darn it. I still want something in that spot because the DC 12 is can't be surprised for a few rounds or something, and I just don't like how that fits into my game. I don't use surprise in the same way. I've never understood surprise round, yada yada. It just gets confusing, and so I don't use it. I tend to use surprise in my own house rule type of way, so it doesn't make any sense for that to be an herb. So I'm trying to find something to slot into that spot as a different herb she could use. I was thinking, she can like throw sleep darts or sleep arrows or whatever. But not this time. On that note, we got through that. We do have a question mark thing. I need to see if I can get it. Discovery. DC negative 1, nat 1. What the heck does that mean? It means we definitely don't discover it, or it means something bad happens. Ooh. Well, I think it means we don't figure this out at all. How does that work? I mean, it seems like we would see them. I think it means we ignore them. Discovery. In the wild, discoveries are more visual. Do not read the description unless you succeed on the check. Well, I already read the description, but that means we're just not going to do anything about it. And I'm going to pretend for my characters that they did not learn about it. So they see what we saw in the first look, which is palisade forts, and we did not notice anything else about them or inspect them whatsoever. We don't need to do another random encounter. So now we're going to try to navigate back up to where we just wanted to go, to 3714. And this time we still get lost. We could go anywhere now, right? Except for 3715. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On a 6, I guess I'll re-roll. 1. Oh no. 3, 8, 1, 5. We went completely the wrong way. Whatever. Alright, well, at least we only went 1 hex. So, humid heat with drizzling rain that makes the skin wrinkle. Dark clouds. I wonder if I need to put that into... Well, now it's going to be covering my map, huh? No, I guess not. Out of view. Okay. Coastal lowlands. Secure, well-patrolled area under the control of Morado. Broad coastal plain. Scattered farms. This still looks like it could be scattered farmland. Flourishing wildflowers. Let's do our random encounter check. No good, so that's good. No good is good. We don't always want a random encounter. The locals believe that one of their wells. Oh, discovery. Sorry. Discovery check. Intelligence. Who's my discoverer? It shouldn't be Nura because she does almost everything else. Thain's not with us. Maybe Orgo makes sense. We would be on the front line. We'll make Orgo our intelligence check. He's good even though he has a low intelligence. Locals believe. I'm not going to read it out loud. Let's do this. All right, so here's what we find here. That we speak to a few locals and just kind of wandering through this area. And something comes up about this wishing well in the area, that kind of a mysterious well, but people tend to really believe it brings them luck or whatever and throw coins down the well. And so we stumble across this well, and Marvin, our little thief, notices that there appears to be not just a little bit of coinage down there, but a lot. Like, where's my... I don't have a... I always like to get my little fun stuff out, but I didn't think of that. This is the best I got for a well. Plus, it's kind of mysterious looking. It's a big hole, you know? Should be perfect. So I think what I'm going to do is make a check to see if Marvin wants to do this or not. And, oh boy, I should say what I was going to roll before I looked at his numbers. I was going to do this. Is he smart enough to realize it might not be a great idea to go down there for the coins? So I was just going to do a roll under check, which means, but his intelligence is only a 6. I forgot that. His wisdom sucks too, and his charisma. Holy smokes, he's only good at dex. Anyway, so he needs to roll. If he rolls over a 6, his greed takes over. 3! Oh, okay. All right. Marvin kind of starts to climb down there, and Nura is like, Marvin, what are you doing? He's like, there's coins down there. And she's like, it's not a good idea. Like, there's not our coins, and it's going to be bad juju to steal them, and you don't know what's down there. He's like, all right, fine. Well, promise me we'll find some treasure soon, because I'm getting the itch for some gold. I don't know. Anyway, they're able to talk him out of it, which is probably a good thing. Nah, it's a bad thing. Actually, it would have been more fun if we made this roll, if he went after him, but he didn't. So that's what happens with the dice sometimes. Don't take a nap, Nora. Get up. Okay, so we're gonna keep moving. We are still in this hex. That's too bad. We don't need to make another random encounter check. We now have been to 3815 as well. Well, we're clearing out some hexes down here, I guess. Now I don't even know if I want to go back up to Makuza. I think I might as well go just clear these hexes. Let's go 3816. If I can navigate there. So far I keep getting lost. This has to be our last hex though, right? Is it? This is not. Oh, we have to rest here, don't we? Oh shoot. Because the last hex was 2, this is 1. That's all my traveling. Okay. That's bad news too. So let's see if I can set up camp. Forget who my camper is. Darn it, I gotta figure that out. Okay, we've set up a safe camp. Except... we did set up a safe camp. It also... I always find this sort of thing a little confusing. Locals close their shutters at night. Okay, are we in like a settlement, I guess? Kind of settlement? because we talked to locals too. So it says there's a 25% chance per hour that something happens. Because we found a good, safe camp spot, I'm going to say we like tucked ourselves in pretty good. I'm going to make that a 25% chance total instead of per hour. So on a 1, something bad might happen. Nope, we're good. Okay, good. So we rest safely. I feel like I'm busting through this too fast and skipping over stuff, but we're just traveling really. Which way do I even want to go? I guess I'll go south 3916 if I can. Okay, we'll try to navigate 3916. Finally. Not that it would have mattered. Okay. What do we see now? Oh boy. We just hit the southern coast. Oh, 3916 is a city. Casaus. Okay, let's do sunny. Lots of residents. Sunny and bright with clear skies, stiff wind coming off the sea. Prosperous mercantile city. Trade hub for the kingdom of Morado. Close barrier islands, protected harbor. Make it a safe port in a storm. So ships. We don't. Oh, this is a starting location. Interesting. Okay. All types of people are present. There's a temple. We don't honestly really need to do much except it's such a huge city. I did not say Siri. I said city. That's funny. My phone thought. Okay. No, enough. I don't know that we need to do anything here, to be honest. And I don't really need leads. I have kind of some leads, but I just was checking out some stuff. I guess we'll do a random encounter check while we're coming into this town. 5. No random encounter. We'll spend a day here anyway. Spend a day here because we're here. So let's do a rumor. And there's a lot of them. A town on Graveline Bay was completely wiped out by a plague. Okay. I haven't heard anything about a plague, so it's at least pretty interesting. Okay. Let's see. There's a whole bunch of NPCs. Let's maybe check one of them. Let's go. Nura, I'm just gonna roll it, and if so, she gets a random encounter with one of these. 8. Ooh. I'm not sure if that's good enough. She's a +3. I think we're good. Yeah, her charisma's high. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5 is gonna be the third one down. Okay. So Nura talks with Marim Sufrain, a priest that has taken refuge here. His pilgrimage group was killed by berserkers sailing through the Arklines. He only escaped by drinking a potion of water breathing and swimming deep. So that's kind of interesting. We're just going to spend our night here. I'll remove some gold for replenishing supplies. And I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep moving. We've got to find... Here's the problem. We now have to find Thain. And we don't have any way to communicate with him. And initially we talked about meeting up in Makuza. So we better get going. we now have like 3 days trip to get to Makuza. Maybe. Hmm. There's. It looks like the only travel is by ship here, so we don't have travel. We don't have fast travel to get up there. Makuza. Jeez, why did I say that? Should we say he's back at Arazade? Because I did decide to not go to Makuza, right? No, I said I was going to make my way up there. Shoot. Alright, we got to get up to Makuza, because now Thane's going to be bored as hell. And on that note, I kind of want to go ways that I haven't been. Nah, okay, let's go to 3814. Do a random encounter check. Wait, I can't go that way. Let's go 3915. There we go. 3915. I do have to navigate. Whole lot of nothing happening lately, huh? Heavy fog most of the day. Mists create a myriad of tiny rainbows. That's cool. Coastal plain, well-patrolled area. Murado. We've had all kinds of well-patrolled. Oh, but this is not totally well-patrolled. Dotted with farms and clay pits. Clay worked into bricks. Large racks of which can be seen baking in the sun. Cool. Let's do our random encounter check. 2. We have one, and it is going to be a bar of soap, a bloody shirt, and a strip of tattered cloth by a stream. A bar of soap, a bloody shirt, strip of tattered cloth. Okay, supposed to. This feel like this is telling me something. Is somebody trying to clean up a murder or an attack or something? Like was going to try to clean up the shirt, or was somebody washing in the stream? Yes, there's some foul play here. I was gonna roll on that. Is there foul play? I think there is foul play. Do I need to do anything about it? Can we follow? Well, let's see. Can we follow any sort of tracks? Let's give Nura a tracking check, but let's make it difficult because this is completely like I'm not necessarily supposed to be able to do anything, so she's got to get a 15. No, her tracking is okay. I would have had it on a 12. So she's not really able to make too much sense of it, but we do suspect some sort of weird foul play thing going on here. Now let's do, there's a discovery we could maybe get. No, we do not get that discovery at all. And we just got to this hex, so I think. Oh, we do have to check one more time. We have to do one more random encounter check, but this would only be on a 1. Nope. So we get to leave the hex. Okay. Probably for the better. And we will then go. I'm gonna try and hit the hexes I haven't hit, even though it's kind of going out of my way. It's 1 hex out of the way. It's not even. It's not even 1 hex out of the way. We're just gonna try and travel to hexes we haven't been to, just for 3914. We have to navigate. We do, thank goodness. Light ethereal mists cover the land in a delicate frost, crunches with each step. Southern peaks, difficult terrain, so we will have to rest here if we get there. Under control of Murado, mostly unoccupied. Aside from birds and a few small mammals, nothing seems to be living up this high. Okay, random encounter check. A 1 is a yes. And it is going to be... Okay, this is kind of a weird one. So we meet... just gonna... Rather than get out minis and stuff, I'm just gonna theater the mind this one a little bit. We find a thug. So a person. We don't necessarily know it's a thug. We find this person and we approach them. They are chained up to a rock and begging to be let free. And we're trying to ask what happened. Let's see. He's not going to tell us what happened. Apparently he has wronged some peasants, but he probably wouldn't tell us that. So he's going to tell us that somebody did this to him to be hurtful to him, I think. And I think, rather than like roll a bunch of stuff here, I think what I'm just going to decide is that I don't think we're just going to leave him to die because we don't know the whole story. Even if we suspect he's not telling us the whole story, I don't think we're just going to leave him to die. So I think we're going to set him free while telling him to stay out of trouble. And we may or may not. I don't think this probably will come back to us in any way, but it may. So we'll let him go. He's not dumb enough to try and take us on, I don't think, under any circumstances. So let's do this, though. We let him go. I'll let Nura be the talker, as usual. I'm going to go ahead and roll a reaction check and see if that... Ooh, his reaction is really, really low. Even despite that. Even with her plus, it's hostile. Does he outright attack us? That would just be dumb. Is there a twist? I feel like maybe there's a twist on this. I know, rather than do that, let's roll on a solodark prompt chart and see if that gives me anything. I have a couple ideas what might be here. I'm going to go 2706. Whoop, don't do that. 27. 27 says reward memory. That is weird. And I don't make any sense of flipping them either. Dismantle glory, reward memory. So that doesn't give me anything. Really. But his reaction is really bad. So I don't think he's gonna outright attack us. I was thinking for a moment, is this a twist where like he just pretends to be chained up so that we set him free and then he has a group sitting by like bandits to attack or something? But I don't see... Nothing about those prompts tells me that's what's happening. And so I think he just... Us telling him to stay out of trouble means nothing to him, and he's going to get right back into trouble if he can, and maybe even try to do something with us. But I don't know what yet, so let's just keep playing. Now we need to see if we can roll this discovery. 10. I believe 10 is good on a discovery. It's a 9, right? we find a watchtower. We discover a watchtower high in the mountains, and we need to rest in this hex anyway, because it's getting to be late. We had a random encounter. This is our second hex of the day, and this one is difficult terrain. So I think we're going to check out the tower and see about that being a place for us to rest. All right. Um, hmm. I think I'm reading this. I'm sorry. I'm talking out loud about how I'm gonna do this. This could go a couple different ways, but I think because I said we're going to check out the tower to be a rest spot, that's what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna. You know what I'm gonna do? Actually, we are gonna say we approach this tower, and as we get close, it's getting dark, and we're approaching the tower, and it's got kind of a spooky vibe to it, I guess is what I would say. But now we're here, and we've got to see what's going to happen. So let's call it there, and see what this tower's all about next time on Terra Invictus with Bradu playing Shadowdark. Thanks for watching.